to Mars, baby, let's chill. Way out in left field. Shawty say I'm a mess still. I'm a pop.
Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Apollo1, and today we are back with another Black Ops 3 video. Today we're going to be discussing some very interesting stuff. An Easter egg in Black Ops 3 on the brand new DLC, the newest DLC that we got in the game, the M16. So you're probably wondering, how can there be an Easter egg on a single weapon? Well, a lot of people missed out on this, and it's extremely interesting, and it's a lot bigger news than it seemed to make it. Like, people really didn't make it that big of a deal, but it's a pretty big deal. So, if you guys remember back in the early stages of Black Ops 3, or not the early stages, but back during its prime, when we got the newest specialist, which was the Blackjack. The Blackjack was kind of hinted at an open slot on the map Gauntlet, where there was like all the specialists were up on the wall, and there was one open one where there was nothing in the case. It was just an empty case except for a card, and that was the Jack. It was the Jack card. So basically, that people related that. Eventually, we found out that it was the Blackjack that we got as a new specialist. Makes sense because the Jack card was in that slot. And that was the case then, and obviously they've used cards to hint at things before. Well, I think they're doing the same thing now, and I think we're gonna be getting a new specialist in Black Ops 3 at some point soon, because this M16 basically tells us that. Now, we don't really know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting. We don't really know what specialist we're gonna get, because the hint hasn't been really figured out. But here on the M16, they've added a playing card on the back part of the weapon, and they wouldn't just do that. Like, every weapon is just a weapon. There's nothing attached to it. They wouldn't, it's huge significance to take the time to actually add that card wrapped around the stock of the weapon. So basically, the weapon has a ace of hearts on it, the red ace of hearts on it, and it's just kind of chilling there, like tied around the back part of the weapon. And so we don't know exactly what this means, but it gets even more interesting. So not only did they just place this card on the back of the weapon, it's there, it's a thing, for no reason. Like, we don't, it has to have a reason, but we don't know what it is. But it actually gets more interesting. If you add the stock attachment on this weapon, you go into create a class and you add the stock onto this weapon, the card changes, and it changes to the Joker. So that's where I think the Easter egg actually comes in. The Ace of Spades, I don't really know the exact meaning of the Ace of Spades. I just kind of thought at first maybe it was just a hint at what, to take a look closer. But they would have just picked, why'd they pick the Ace of Spades specifically? I don't know. But I will say that the Joker that it turns into is a lot more interesting. The Joker is obviously a character, just like the Blackjack was. Blackjack, the Jack of Spades, or whatever, the Jack cards, that's like a character. You can see a person on the card, just like the Joker. So the Joker card, it changes into the Joker card when you put stock on. And I think that's the bigger part of the Easter egg, because not only is it a character, but it changes. So the Joker is what I think the next specialist is going to be. I can't confirm that or anything, and that's just me, my personal opinion, but I think it only makes sense. I feel like there's a lot of things you could do with a Joker character, like a character as a Joker being a specialist. I feel like they could do a lot with that, and I think it would be really, really cool to have something like that as a specialist in the game. So I'm looking forward to the next specialist coming to Black Ops 3, because I can, if things, looking at our history, that's what cards tell us in Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 tells us that cards hint to new specialists. That's based on factual history, so I can only use that information to hypothesize that we are going to be getting another specialist here at some point. So I'm really excited about that. Treyarch said that we were going to be updating the game, and that you can expect some more awesome updates and things throughout 2017, and I'm sure they aren't just limiting themselves to new weapons, because that would get a little boring after a while. I mean, that's always fun and great and everything, but they can't for a whole other year just add weapons. They've got to add something else, and really the only other thing they can add, they can't really add maps, unless they were to go do something crazy. The only other thing they can add is specialists, because they've done that before. So that's going to be interesting to see. I'm super excited about this. I hope to see a new specialist, and you can obviously expect KARNAGE to cover that information as soon as that drops, and gameplay and a nuclear, with whatever happens with it, we will have it. So make sure to hit that like button down below, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts and opinions on this. If you made it to this point in the video, comment #Joker, and I will talk to you all later.